Hey guys, Happy New Year. I know, yes, it's me in the flesh. I didn't think this was going to be my first video for the year. I didn't think this was how it was going to look. I thought it was going to be like some very produced stuff, but this is like an impromptu video, and I just thought to create and hopefully get to share. So so in my last video, I believe I was talking about Not Nice, a book that I was reading, which I also read up until the end of last year. Even though I read some books, maybe some chapters of some books here and there during the year, but I'm continuing this year to go over that book, to go over the steps that the author recommended, just for, it's self-help, and it's no use if you're not going to practice the self-help really. So one thing that brought me here was just something very interesting. So I listened to the author on Apple Podcast as well. So I think I had one of his episodes. I think it was on replaying conversations, which is something that he talked about in the book, and also so it was like on my next what's it called, podcast to listen to. I've been listening to a lot, like in the morning and all of that too. So interestingly, I had just I had saved it like to my next to my playlist, I guess, and I just had like an interaction, very pleasant interaction by my own perspective. It was very pleasant, and I left the conversation now like replaying it, like, oh, okay, like it was just like a good thing. And then later on I found myself like now thinking about, maybe there was a word I said or there was something I said, and all of a sudden I started overthinking it. Just replaying. I was like, oh, should I have said that? Was that like the appropriate place to say? Maybe I should have kept that till like later. It was just one of those things. Like, conversation was good, but it's one of those things, one of those habits. I can't remember when I started picking up that habit, but I know it's a habit like I've been trying to break. But I know it wasn't something I've always had, but like I think I probably will figure out when this habit started. But then it just like happens where get off a conversation and then I feel like, oh, maybe did I say something wrong, or did I say this at the right time? And it was just interesting because I literally had this episode to play next, and it was something to learn from. I've listened to it. I probably didn't get all the points that the podcaster/author mentioned, which I think I'll list down the podcast in my comment section in case you didn't really have time to find the book or to read the book. So maybe listening to the podcast might be helpful for you if you're also interested in going on this kind of journey that I'm going on right now. I think I've lost my train of thought, but it was just interesting. And then I learned that sometimes, there's the pre-conversation rehearsals that some of us tend to do. Maybe it's people that tend to have like social or social anxiety or something, but like there's a pre-conversation and there's the post-conversation. So the replaying conversation obviously is like the post-conversation, and it's not a productive thing. It's not something that helps you. It's not something that, oh, like conversation is done. Yeah, the thing that maybe you can do like afterwards is like go back and talk to the person and say, oh, this is, but the person probably has already moved on. Like it wasn't even something that stood out for them, but for you, like you're just there stressing yourself. People have moved on, life has gone on, it was just like a small moment and all too. And one thing that he recommended was just to like notice when that happens and just like just shake it off. Like, hey, like hold yourself, like hold your brain. Maybe not hold your brain, but like hold your train of thought and then redirect it into something more positive that's probably happening at that moment. Because at that moment you're not even being present, you're looking into the past and you're not enjoying the present, or you're looking into the past, or when you're preparing you're looking to the future and you're not looking at the present. Which I think that was also something that I read about, like from The Power of Now, where it's like cause of stress most times is like when you're too invested in the past, you're living so much in the past, or you're living so much in the future, and you're not getting to enjoy what's happening now too. So yeah, hopefully this recording comes out well, because there's like some breeze in the background. I'll find a way to clean that up if it doesn't. But Happy New Year! It's nice to be here, even though this is like a one-way communication kind of thing. But in the comments section, if you found the book, if you're reading the book, if you're interested in reading the book, let me know, so I also know who else is also learning, and maybe we can just like keep each other accountable on this journey. So hi and bye. Happy New Year.